This is not the best beer in the world, no. It's an extra special tribute. Hello again, and welcome back to Scott Reviews Things. Hope you're keeping really well. It's that time of year. With spring is in the... No, that's not right. Christmas. Christmas is approaching quicker than something really quick. And everyone's on the bandwagon for mad shit in the supermarkets. But then you got the Fuller's Vintage Ale that people review every year, and fair play to them. I know my good friend Dean's just put his latest 2025 version of the Fuller's Vintage Ale up. I think he's done 11 of them now. I know Paul's Beer Reviews has put one up. It's not a beer that I ever really touch, but I saw this one and it interested me. So I thought, you know what? I am going to go and pick one of them up. I like St Austell's Brewery. Proper job, big job, proper black. Even their Pale Ale Tribute is really, I think they're all decent, half decent beers. I mean, proper job is absolutely pucker, as is big job to be fair. So when I saw this, I thought, you know what, I am going to pick this up. So it's in Sainsbury's at the moment, and it's their extra special tribute. Nicely boxed. I know my good friend Benjamin said that it looked cheap. I don't know if I agree with that. Maybe compared to the Fuller's box, it possibly is. But what it isn't cheaper than the Vintage Ale, because the Vintage Ale I think is about £6. I think this was £6.50. So this is 2025's Vintage St Austell Brewery Extra Special Tribute. Alcohol is 7.4% on the ABV. Limited edition Pale Ale. 2025 Vintage. There's some spiel on the back as well. So, we'll read that. It says, this year's extra special tribute marks the third release in our annual limited edition tribute series. So 3. Maybe I'll do this from years going forward. We've crafted a strong, rich and fruity beer with an earthy pine bitterness, celebrating classic British hops, Challenger, Fuggles and Goldings, which we've proudly used for 50 years in Hicks and 25 years in Gem. This bottle-conditioned beer will continue to evolve over time with warming fruitcake flavours maturing into sophisticated notes of Madeira and sherry. That sounds absolutely delightful. Don't do a huge amount of traditionally brewed trad beer on the channel. Most of my stuff, as you will be well aware, tends to be UK craft. And this is by Georgina Young, the head brewer. 500ml bottle. I think it looks quite nice. I haven't had it out of the box, so I've had it in the fridge for a couple of hours. I pulled it out about an hour ago, so hopefully it's not too cold. Made that look easy, didn't I? I don't mind a bottle of Tribute. It's about 4% on the ABVs. So, yeah, here's the bottle. So £6.5 in Waitrose currently. This is best before the September 2030. Maybe I'll go and get another one and do what other people do and sort of lie it down a bit and then bring it out next 6 years or so and say, ooh, that's fucking fantastic. I don't know. But yeah, I might go and get another bottle. So I have got a big job glass, but it didn't seem appropriate. It didn't seem appropriate to put it into a big job, proper job glass. So I'm going to use my Fuller's, probably sacrilege, isn't it? It's Fuller's ESB glass. I think that's probably the way to go. Am I going to use my Thor's hammer, which lets me down, or no? I'm going to use this one, my Honest Brew one. Not it really matters. A little bit of smoke on the bottle up. Crown. Let's pour thy beer into thy glass, give it one sniff, it's a beer review. Here you guys come racing out. What the hell are you doing, fatty? Give it a swirl. As it says, it's bottle conditioned. And there are some bits and bobs floating around in there. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but there's all sorts of little bits and bobs flying around, which I like to see. And I know Benjamin said that he'd seen one and it flatter than a witch's, and I don't think that looks too bad. It's got a nice head on it, copper colour. I think that looks absolutely wonderful, to be fair, and a smidgen of off-white head. Aromas, beer sniffing matters, BSM, not the driving school. That's something completely different. Don't get them confused. Oh, that smells nice, actually. There's a nice berry note going on in there. I'm still doing all that. Nice berry note. There's nice caramel, sort of toffee aroma. The faintest hint of pine. It is like a fruitcake. Smells lovely, to be fair. Smells absolutely lovely. Cheers, everybody. 7.4% on the ABVs. Sipper. Portsmouth on telly tonight. Cheers. I've had Fuller's Vintage Ale a couple of times, and the complexity of Fuller's Vintage Ale is always really, really good. I don't think, this is going back in memory now, because about 2 or 3 years ago, I don't think this is as complex as the Vintage, and I think the Vintage Ale is slightly bigger on the ABVs. I don't think it's as complex as the Fuller's, but it doesn't make this a bad beer. It's got a really nice one of empty in the Hoover. It's got a really nice, there's a nice sweetness in there. It is fruitcakey. You do get like hedgerow berries and things like that, and then there's a pininess on the back end. You're getting that caramel and that toffee. It's very, very gentle in the mouth. I'm not saying it's flat, but it's not overcarbonated, because some beers can be very busy. There is an earthiness to it. Very gently carbonated. Just away with the fairies then. Very gently carbonated, wonderfully drinkable at 7.4% session beer, because there's no hint of that 7.4%. It doesn't leave any massive warmth in the esophagus. It's nice. It is nice. I think it's 50 odd p more dear than the Fuller's Vintage Ale. Obviously I haven't had that, so I can't say whether it's worth it. Would I buy that again to put one away? Yeah, I think I would. It's doing enough for me that I quite like that. Actually, I really like that. Benjamin was saying that it's had mixed reviews. I just say, if it's shit, I'm going to tell you it's shit. I don't think that's shit. I think that's a really nice treat of a beer that I would happily pick another one up next year to see what that was like, to see if it was any different, and I'd happily put one away for a couple of year or so as well. And I think that's the mark of a decent beer. Not cheap, but then sometimes you get what you pay for. I know someone had a go at me in one of the comments saying that I was a beer snob or something for the way I treated the 71 brewing beers. Not true. Not true. If you watch this channel, I will big up a beer. I don't give a shit how much it is as long as the beer's good. That, I think, is really nice. It's got a really nice box. I'm going to stick the box and the bottle on. You can't see my shelving over there. I'm going to stick that over there because I think it deserves its place on it. From Waitrose, extra special tribute, currently in their shops. I'm going to give it a thumbs up. I think that's really nice. It's going to be a sipper while I'm watching the football later. Not a slipper, it goes on your foot. That's really nice. I'm going to sit and enjoy that while Pompey get absolutely hammered by Leicester. If you've picked up the other couple of, so it's been going for 3 years, this is the 3rd iteration of this. If you picked up the last couple of years and you picked this one up, is this one as good, or is it better, or is it worse? What do you think of these Christmas annual special editions? Do you think they're a good idea? Do you think they're a bad idea? Are they just taking us for mugs? Is it the same beer brewed every year? Just leave a comment. If you like these, then pick one up, leave a comment what you think of it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. There's a subscribe button somewhere. And I'll see you very soon. Have a great evening.